Let's do the ledger. Hi guys, this is Jesse Alcaraz. I teach people accounting, business, and financial literacy concepts. And for this evening, we will be going over the second stage or phase in the accounting cycle that involves the general ledger, or some teachers would also say na the T accounts. So basically, ang gagawin lang natin for the ledger or the T accounts is we will be summarizing the journal entries na ginawa natin last time. So, we will be taking a specific account na ginamit natin sa journal entries natin, and then in a T account, we will be summarizing all of the transactions that involve the said account. So, for example, cash. So, lahat ng cash na dinebit natin in the journal transactions, ilalagay natin yan on the left side of the T account, and lahat ng cash na ginamit as credit will be put in the right side of the T account. We will be ito-total natin yung debit tsaka credit and get the difference, and basically for this particular period, yun na yung magiging balance niya sa ledger natin. So, without further ado, you will be able to learn it better if I show it using the given transactions in our last discussion. And by the way, thank you so much everyone for the support. 30,000 followers na yun sa atong Facebook account, and I commit and I promise to everyone that we will continue to learn accounting, financial literacy, and business concepts sa mga maabutay pang panahon, sa mga darating pang panahon. So ayun, let's get into the discussion. Okay, so we have a small screen, so pagpasensyahan na natin to. So ginamit ko yung split screen function ng iPad natin. By the way, for those who are asking, I am using an iPad 9. Mumurahin lang po. And then I have a stylus na paano ba to? Go Dojo. Ayan, Go Dojo. So, and for the app, I'm just using the default app dito sa tablet na Freeform. Ayan, the Freeform. So, okay. Okay, so the general ledger, I got this one from Investopedia. It is a complete record of a company's transaction over a period of time. So, yun yung sabi ko kanina, that it acts as a summary of anong nangyari sa mga account title. And then documenting changes to the assets, liability, equity, expenses, and revenue. So the way I do it is that I start with the first account na ginamit natin in the journal entries. So although you can also follow the chart of accounts. Kung ano yung account title na nauna sa chart of accounts, then you can follow it. But for me, I normally follow kung ano yung unang account na nagamit in my journal transactions. So for example, in our given, on September 1, nag-debit tayo ng cash. So in the ledger, we will be writing a T. Kaya tinatawag siya na T accounts, wherein sa taas, nilalagay natin yung account title, and then this is the debit side, and then this is the credit side. Okay? So, if the transaction involved cash as debit, then we will just write down the amount dito sa debit, or if it is used as a credit, we'll just write down the amount. And sometimes there are also books and books and authors that includes the date of the transaction dito sa gilid. So for example, ito, September 1. I'm not sure if klaro ba siya, no? So September 1, we have cash 15,000 in the debit. So lagyan natin dito 15,000. Okay. Next is on September 2, meron tayong cash dito. September 2. Maliit ang screen natin. 1,200. Then, ano pa ba? 2,500. September 7. Or you can just use numbers instead of words. Cash, accounts receivable. Then, on September 15, meron na naman tayong cash. Then, September 18, Sorry, nakakalimutan ko. We have 9. Saan na ba tayo? We're done with 15. So 9, 18. 9, 18, we have 500 credit. Then September 20. September 20 cash 1,000. And then September 25. September 25 cash 1,000 ulit. Then September 28 we have cash 250 credit pa rin. And then September 30 meron tayong 200 na credit. Okay, so tago muna natin yan. So after writing down all of the debit and the credit transaction, we will be adding both columns. By the way, before I forget, it is very important na nalagay natin lahat ng mga accounts na nagamit natin in the journal entry and transfer them on the cash ledger. Kasi ito yung usual na nangyayari bakit hindi nagbabalance yung mga trial balance later on ng mga students is because they forgot either mali yung journal entry nila or may mga account title that they forgot to transfer from the journal entries into the ledger. So let's try to double check. Cash debit 15,000, credit 12. Okay, check. Then 25 debit. Next would be debit of 2,000, credit of 500, 1,000 ito, 1,000 credit ulit, credit to 50, and then credit ulit 200. So again, make some double checking before you proceed and total the ledger. So total natin 15,000 plus 25, that's 17,500, so that is 19,500 for our debit column. And for credit, we have 17, 27, 37, 3950, 4150. Double check. 12 plus 500, 17, 27, 37, 37, 3950, then 4. Okay. So, as you notice, the debit column or the debit side in this ledger is higher than the credit side. So, ang gagawin natin is to get the difference. The difference is, kapoy mag-ano no? Palaban the calculator. So, 19,500 minus 4,150. Ayun. So, the answer is 15,350. So, 15,350, ilalagay natin siya sa kung alin yung side na mas malaki, which is in this case the debit. So 15,350. Okay, then double rule. So this cash ledger tells us that at the end of the period, our cash has an ending balance of 15,350 debit. Okay, so let's do another one for our, what's the next account? The next account is owner's capital. Okay, so the account ulit, owner's capital. But for owner's capital, isa lang yung transaction natin, 15,000. Okay, if you go over sa baba, there are no other owner's capital transaction. So double rule. The next we have, so next, prepaid rent. Okay, the account ulit, prepaid rent, debit 12, and then now other account as well for prepaid rent. Okay, next would be cash, tapos na yan. Office supplies, then debit 500, no other account for that. Then accounts payable, okay, so di na ako maglalagay ng date, no? So ano lang yun, sample lang yun for the cash. So accounts payable, we have 500 credit, and then there are other transactions involving accounts payable. So check natin sa baba. Okay, accounts payable ulit, 4,000 credit. And then on September 28, meron tayo accounts payable debit, 250. And then no other accounts payable. So just like the cash kanina, we have to total both sides. So 4,500, then 250. So may difference na 4,250, and then ilalagay natin siya sa side na mas malaki. So in this case, accounts payable, mas malaki yung credit. That is why the 4,250 is also nilalagay natin sa credit side. It also normally on normal cases, it also follows its normal balance. Because accounts payable is increased by credit, its normal balance is credit. Then therefore, it is also expected na yung balance natin is also credit. Although, hindi lahat, not all the time na it follows the normal balance. Sometimes it's the other way around, but normally, on a normal situation, it follows its normal balance. Okay? So, hindi ko na siya isa-isahin. You just follow, parang assignment nyo na lang. So, but basically, doing the ledger is very straightforward. Just take the account na ginamit nyo in the journal accounts, in the journal entries, put it in a T account. You make sure na makopy mo lahat ng mga transactions involving that account. If it is debit in the journal entries, ilagay mo sa debit. Then if it is credit, ilagay sa credit. I-total mo yung dalawang yan. And then get the difference. And the difference, ilagay mo siya sa alin yung mas malaki. So there you have it, the ledger. It's actually quite simple, no? And in the next topic, we will be using those same figures in constructing the unadjusted trial balance. So feel free to follow so that you will be notified kung kailan ako mag-upload on the discussion on the unadjusted trial balance. That's all for tonight, and mayong gabi sa tanan.